go forward.
Yeah, that was in The Art of War. So
yeah,
that's
a
yeah,
great book.
Exactly, and it's true. You know, it's very, because this business will break your heart. Like, I mean, it will break your heart over and over and over again. And it's the people that pick themselves back up, you know, don't have anything to fall back on, just keep moving forward or whatever. Those are the people that succeed. And sometimes you don't succeed. I'm not gonna paint a picture of you never give up, you'll make it, because you know you might not.
Baby, I'm too young to know any better, but I guess I'm just too old to care. I'm waiting on the morning light to clear the air.
Be happy.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do. If baseball makes you happy, do that. If being an artist makes you happy, do that. You know the saying, jack of all trades, king of none, or whatever. I mean, you can't do everything. You know, definitely choose what you're going to invest your time in, but pick the one that's going to make you the happiest. Pick the one that you have the most passion for, and then just go for it. I can't tell you not to, because you know we did it.
You're right.
No.
I'm thinking about it now.
Yeah.
But one thing though, this is what I tell kids all over the world, and I get asked that all the time. You know, what would you recommend to somebody coming up as a musician, and how do we do what you do and everything? And the first thing I really say to them is learn your instrument. It is so important. Everyone thinks, you know, like when, you know, Guitar Hero came out and all that stuff, they thought that was playing guitar. But I even heard Slash in an interview, I think, said he tried to do it once, and obviously we know Slash is one of the greatest in the world. And just like me, it's just not good at it. You know, because it's not an instrument. Just no matter what you do, just try to hone that craft and learn it the best you can.
Yeah, and a lot of times now, it's so hard to be sucked in so many different directions. It goes back to, like I said, Facebook, the internet, video games, everything else. So, you know, like he said, you have to learn your instrument. Like, there's no room for just good anymore. There's so much crap out there. There's so much stuff. Like, everybody's in a band. Everybody's got a MacBook Pro. Everybody can record a song and put it up on Facebook. There's literally millions. Like, where used to there were filters, you know, the record companies would be filters for that stuff or whatever. So there's no room for good anymore. Now you have to be great. Like, if you want to stand out, you really have to practice your instrument, and you really have to be great in order to stand out, because talent will shine, and talent will get you, you know, where you want to be.
And for the most part, if you get a record deal just on your looks, odds are somebody else is going to be playing that instrument on your record.
Yep.
And most importantly, write great songs.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how good you play that instrument.
That's
if you don't
true.
have songs, you ain't shit.
That's true. It does all come down to the songs, but yeah, it's true. I mean, yeah, it's true.
That's true of everything. You can't just not good enough.
I'm the guy that schools will never have come to the school to do a motivational speech or whatever, because I'll straight up. The reason that I've never looked back, and the reason that I've made it in music and made music my living, is because I've never had a backup plan. And you know, I would be the wrong guy to stand up in front of a class going, you know what, if you want it, you know, bypass college, don't have a backup plan, because if you have a backup plan, it's going to be very easy for you to quit when things aren't going right. You know what, I've got that engineering degree, I'm just going to do that. If you don't have a backup plan, you don't have anything to fall back on, so you have to make it. And you know, as crazy as that sounds, that's...
I'm the one that you hated. You know, the one you didn't want to believe. The one that you hated. Take a look at me now. I'm the one that you created. The one that you hated.
Had to play an instrument to get the girls, man.
My story is, you know, like this, similar, except there was an old piano at my granddad's house, and me and my mom lived with my granddad. And, you know, most parents put their kids in a playpen, and they sit there and do whatever. But I always wanted to be at the piano. So my mom, when I could barely sit up, she'd put me at the piano, and I would just bang on it. She'd go in the other room or whatever, and I would just bang on it. And she said one day, you know, a commercial was on or whatever, and she heard me actually picking out the melody from a commercial, like da 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 da, you know, something, whatever. But I would start picking out little songs and stuff from commercials and stuff like that. So I was obsessed with music right from the beginning. And like I said, I started seeing all those, you know, MTV bands where they looked like, you know, comic book heroes. They looked like superheroes. And I was just so into that, and I loved the music. It was so powerful. And you know, it sounds cheesy or whatever, but you know how you hear people say, well, music saved my life or whatever. It's like, it really did give me hope, because you know, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what I wanted to be, anything. You know, when I was a little kid, I was just kind of, you know, I wasn't necessarily very popular, didn't really have a lot of friends. And I remember being in 5th grade, I was over 6 foot tall. Like, I towered over everybody. Like, so I was always kind of labeled the freak or whatever. So, you know, I kind of just latched on the music always. And